Hello, this is going to be part 2 on the Sicilian-Najdorf, and this is going to be about the FischerSozin. Alright, so let's start off with the beginning moves. The beginning moves start with e4, c5, knight f3, d6, d4, pawn takes pawn, knight takes pawn, knight f6, knight c3, and now a6 to Najdorf. Okay, and now the FischerSozin is with bishop c4, and this was popularized by Bobby Fischer back when he first started when he started playing this. Okay, let's see here. E6 is the main move, and now white usually drops it back to bishop b3. However, first let's look at what happens if white plays a3, which is a sideline. Instead of dropping the bishop back, white plays a3 to try to preserve the bishop. We can develop sensibly with bishop e7, your king side. You develop your king side, and the bishop drops back. This is a sample game. And now black sacrificed the exchange and won a pawn. I believe this is Portish who did this. I forget who white was. Okay. Alright. So after bishop c4 and e6, let's go to the main move, bishop e3. Alright, knight bd7 is the recommended line that they give. And this was also played by Kasparov during his short, when he was playing against short in his matches. Okay, the idea is to play knight c5. The main move is f4. First, let's look at what happens if they castle. You play knight c5 and attacking the pawn. Rook e1 to defend. Bishop e7. Queen f3. And now if you castle and then you see queen g3, just play king h6, so that it prevents bishop h6. Bishop g5, h6. Bishop had to go back. And this was another game following another game. Okay. Okay. Bishop b3, knight bd7. Okay, now we'll go over another sideline. We saw before. We go over f4, the main move, bishop g5. Alright, here you can play a6, and when the bishop drops back, you play queen a5, and this gives you the option of trading queens, which Kasparov did. This is what Kasparov was playing. After castles, he played queen h5 to trade queens, and this is supposed to be a decent endgame for black. Alright, let's go back. Alright, so now the main move is f4, and this is what you're probably going to see most often. Alright, so knight c5, attacking e4, and now there's a couple different moves. Let's go over the pawn pushes. Let's go over e5. You don't take the pawn, you just drop your knight back, and now this attacks e5. And now if he takes, you play your knight f6, and now you can take the pawn next move with your bishop. Alright. If he plays f5, then you just play bishop e7, and after queen f3 you castle. Bishop e3, you can play e5, locking it in so that white can't take on e6 anymore. And this is for following I think this is another Kasparov game against short. White was short, short was white, Kasparov was the black. Okay, and after this move, after f4, okay, we'll go over some more. Here's some more variations. Okay, now if castles, then you can now don't take the pawn with don't take the pawn, because then after f5, white has a strong attack. But play b5, starting your counterattack. And if you push this forward in the center, you can take this, take the bishop, and now play. Don't move your knight yet, but counterattack in the center with bishop c5. And after he defends, then you can move your knight. And this is supposed to be good for black. Now this was a game we're following where white kind of got into trouble after queen started castling. And this is just a knight. Okay, so we'll skip that and we'll go back. Okay. Okay, now the main move, queen f3. What to do after this? b5 to develop. Now if he plays e5, then you got bishop e7. So f5 is kind of a thematic move. Okay, and what to play here? Bishop d7 instead, holding protection over e6. And if he takes, you take back. Bishop g5, you play bishop e7, castles, and then we're following a game here. Actually, wasn't a game, but this is something you can do here. Now the bishop on b3 is locked in, and you have some good play, mostly because of this bishop is locked in. Alright, let's go back. Okay, sorry for being so slow here. I had lost my place. Okay, b5. Okay, oh, that's it. That's all I got. Okay, thanks for watching, and that's on the FischerSozin.